Welcome back to my Fates Day Night Unlimited Blade Works playthrough. We are now at part 5, 6. Would have to look it up where we are now. But anyway. In the last episode, well, Shiro got captured by Caster with a curse and a spell, which led to the Ryodo temple. And Saber tried to save him, but what was hindered by Assassin. And Archer came out of nowhere and saved Shiro and fought against, well, Caster and almost killed her, but let her go. And, well, after Shiro wanted to chase after Caster because she's a threat to, well, the innocent people of Fuyuki and Shinto. Or Fuyuki is the city word. Anyway, Fuyuki and, well, Archer slashed him down. Because it was about if Caster would kill Berserker, it would save more people than it would just... How do I say that? It would save more people when Caster killed some people and killed Berserker than letting defeating Caster and letting Berserker be. That was his argument. So anyway, let's continue our journey and see what happens next. At the end, Shiro basically stated that he will train with Saber again. Ghost Walls, Chapter 7. Huh? When I come to my senses, I realize I'm in a fantastic place. An endless, barren land, as far as the eye can see. The unceasing wind blows golden sand into my eyes. Where I stand, my mind blank amidst it all. I feel no reason for confusion or panic. I know this scenery. I've had a dream of this before. So this must also be a dream. I'm lucid enough to simply wait for the end. A strange feeling suddenly runs up my arm. Sound of metal clanking. When I roll up my sleeve, there's... My arm is now made of blades. Huh. It was like back when we had the encounter with Ryder and Shinji at the school in the Fate route. We had the tiger ending where Shiro jumped out of a window and landed on the ground, and then he also had that on his wound. Maybe it was teasing something. I jump up from my bed. Before I realize that I'm in my room, I shake my right arm. Huh? It's fine. My right arm is normal. It doesn't feel hard like metal, nor has it become blades. A dream? I sigh in relief. I don't know why I had a dream like that, but it might have to do with the fact that I made a contract with Saber. Maybe I should try asking Tosaka about it when I have a chance. And more importantly, I need to go prepare breakfast. It's before 6 AM. Even though Sakura isn't here starting from today, there's still Saber and Fujine. It's too late to start preparing breakfast for the three of us even now. I make my way to the living room, trying not to make any sound. Well, it's misty outside. Or foggy or whatever you say. I pause and try to figure out how they're doing on the other side of a sliding door. I hear Fujine's restless snoring and Saber's even breathing. Hmm? My guard must have gone down, as I thought of what I must what I must look like in their What? I hide my blushing face with my hands and breathe in the cold air from outside. I need more training. Let me make breakfast. I shake my head and walk away. But I don't think it's good for my mental health to have Kurt sleeping under the same roof as me after all. I'll be heading out first then. Don't be late just because you're by yourself. Okay. You do your best on your work in the morning too. Yeah, thanks. Breakfast was yummy too, Shiro. Fujini bows and heads to school. Well, there's still 30 minutes. I'm already done cleaning up, so I should fulfill yesterday's agreement. The wounds from the slash in my shoulder and from when I fell down the stairs have completely healed. On top of that, I have some time to train with Saber first thing in the morning. The sound of our practice words echoes. The clashing of bamboo makes a pleasant sound. Learning by watching others cannot be underestimated. Just picturing an example before I grip my sword makes it a lot lighter and easier to use. As usual, Saber repels my attacks without losing her breath. But is something wrong with her this morning? Until yesterday I would have lost my consciousness at the moment I got parried. But I am able to manage her counterattacks today. Well, when I say manage, I mean I can avoid the worst case scenario where my vision goes completely white. Even if her counterattacks are still effective. Yeah, I put down my bamboo sword and breathe out the heat built up in my lungs. The clock is already pointing 8 AM. Before I knew it, an hour has passed since I started training with Saber. Since my body was able to react better to Saber's sword, and probably because of she didn't seem to have it in her, it was easy to get carried away and lose the track of time. Man, I worked up the sweat. But what's wrong with you this morning, Saber? I don't feel as much severity in your attacks compared to yesterday. That is not true. I thought the same as I did yesterday. Your attacks must have felt lighter because your skills are improving. Well, in the other route, he did not improve. He just got get his ass whooped every time. Huh? My skills? Really? Saber nods. Well, it doesn't seem like flattery, and Saber isn't the time to say those kinds of things to start with. Really? I'm surprised. Your technique, it's like a different person compared to yesterday. You think so? No, that can't be true. You just aren't doing as well today. Martial arts instructors would lose their job if someone could get better in just a day. I feel the same way, but let me see. To be specific, there are fewer unnecessary movements in you now. Your body is already fit, so you can improve by just learning proper techniques. Fewer unnecessary movements? Come to think of it, My body didn't move well this morning. Oops. It seemed as though my sword parried saber on its own, even though I couldn't consecutively react to it. All I did was copy what he was doing.
やはりそうでしたか。私に指示すると言っておいて、アーチャーの剣筋を手本にしたわけですね、シローは。
Just as I thought. You asked me to teach you, yet you were using Archer's techniques as a model? Wait, so you can tell?
当然です。もともとシローには基本となる型がありませんでしたから。それに筋が一つ通れば、誰が見てもわかります。
Of course. I did not have a style to, you did not have a style to start with. So anyone would notice if you suddenly found me. What? Found one, sorry. Oh, well, it is not like I wasn't ignoring you. It's just that since I was around him a bunch yesterday, it was engraved in my mind.
いいえ、私に断らずとも結構です。シローが強くなる分には、私も文句はありませんから。
No, you don't have to deny it. I have no complaints if you are to become stronger. So she does not like us in this route because we're getting stronger or what? Man, with an obviously dissatisfied face. I'm telling you, I'm sorry. Besides, even if I try to model myself after you, I can't even see how you're attacking. You have different physiques, and on top of it all, it's impossible to copy you.
なかなかに正論です。では、私はあくまであなたの練習相手ということですね。
It is a valid point. So I'm just your training partner then. I feel like I just stung myself into a deep hole. No, let's stop talking about this. Anyway, it's clear that I'm able to fight a bit now.
何を言うのです。確かにシローの技量は上がりましたが、それはあくまで最低限戦えるというレベルです。
What are you saying? Your skills have improved, but only at the bare minimum level.
私やアーチャー、バーサーカーと向き合えるものではないのですから、間違っても単独で戦闘など挑まないでください。
It is not something you can match Archer, Berserker, nor I with. So please, do not try to challenge anyone to battle yourself. Saber is firm. It feels like my mentor reprimanding my cocky student, which makes me break into a smile. Well, having such a cute mentor is oddly amusing. I get to school over an hour late. The hallway is crowded with students between classes. Seems like 2C also finished class just now. As many familiar faces file out.
よ、お疲れ。なんか知らねえけど、タイガー怒ってたぜ。4次元目は覚悟しとけとさ。
Yo, I don't know why, but Tiger was pissed. You should brace yourself for 4th period. I wonder why. Oh yeah, I have English today. My classmates tell me the very thing I don't want to hear. The moment I sluggishly put my hand on the door. The history teacher comes out. Good morning, Mr. Kozuki.
遅刻かエミヤ。今日の授業は試験範囲を確認したものだ。後で友人にきちんと聞いておくように。
You were late, Emir? We went over what's going to be covered in the exam. Make sure to get it from a friend later. Yes, I'm sorry for being late. Kozuki nods and leaves. Sorichiro Kozuki is the ironic, ironclad teacher that teaches world history and ethics. He's also in charge of the student council. Why is a Jersey walker like that? He's kind of a rarity in the school, where his popularity grows as people come to know him. Morning. I make my way to the desk and greet people as I go. It's a little embarrassing to show up late like this. Hey, you're rather late. Someone greets me, so I turn around. There. It's Shinji. Strangely, all smiles. Shinji, what's wrong? You're acting weird. Did you not get enough sleep last night? I tell him my honest opinion. For a moment, he scrolls. Then his smile returns. Shinji was strange yesterday, but that doesn't even compare with this morning. Shinji, were you attacked? You idiot, I thought you told you, stay home if you want to protect yourself. Shut up. What's with a high and mighty tone? Shinji?
それとも遠坂と仲良くやっていい気になってんの？勘違いするなよな。遠坂と手を組んだところでお前が強いってわけじゃない。強いサーバントを手に入れて嬉しいのはわかるけどさ、思い上がるのはみっともないよ。
What? Full of yourself because you're friends with Tosaka? Don't get ahead of yourself. Just because you're working with her doesn't make you hot shit. I know you're happy you have a strong servant, but isn't it embarrassing to be so pleased with yourself? Shinji glares back at me. Now it seems like he's lost all composure, which is really unlike him.
まあいい。君が来てくれてよかったよ。ほら、エミヤが来ないんじゃさ、面白みに欠けるだろ?
Whatever. I'm glad you came. So it'd be boring if you didn't have a front row seat, you know? That must be all he wanted to say, as he goes back to his seat, chuckling. It's lunch break and the classroom gets louder. Huh? Issei's already gone. He must have gone to the student council room again and to go nap. I made lunch again, so I would like to avoid eating in the classroom. Huh? The guy in the classes are making a commotion. Hey, what's going on? I call out to them. The boys are huddled in a secret meeting and look at me suspiciously.
何かあったではござらん。それ、教室の外を見てみるがよい。ただしこっそり、あくまで隠密。
This is not the time. That is not. Look outside the classroom, but do not do so secretly. Goto must have been watching some kind of period drama last night. The way he's talking. Still, I do as he suggests. What? Yeah, outside the classroom in the hallway, someone's acting even more suspiciously than Goto.
三重の遠坂だよな。うちのクラスに何か言おうかな。
It's Tosaka from 2A, right? Does she have some business with our class?
間違いござらん。先ほどから盗み見ていたが、あちらも同様の草っぷり。さりげなく、しかし大胆に我らが教室を覗いておる。ドアの前を通り過ぎるのも7回目。いや、今ので8回目よ。
There's no mistaking it. I've been watching carefully. That I have. She continually peers into our classroom. This is the 7th pass she's made. Now 8.
だよな。こうなると偶然じゃねえ。つうかさ、なんか目つき悪くねえか？遠坂さん、もっとこう、普段は涼しげな顔してない？
Yeah, that ain't a coincidence anymore. Come to think of it, doesn't she have a real nasty look right now? Usually she's all composed, right?
お前もそう思う？こう通りがかるたびに目尻が上がってんだよな。近寄りがたくなってく一方だ。
You thinking what I'm thinking? Because it looks to me like each time she passes by, she looks even more pissed. I don't want any of that.
ありゃイライラしてるね。なんか気に食わないことでもあったんかな。
She's super angry. What do you think? Has her panties in a twist.
待ち人来たらずというより待ち人気づかずというところ。こう誕生日にこっそりプレゼントを仕掛けておいたのに送られたやつは1年経っても気づかないんでもうブチ切れ寸前といったところであろう。
This is one of the one waits. She waits has yet to appear, and has not even noticed she waits. Like she's hidden away a birthday present, but now fumes over that the person not noticing for an entire year.
後藤ってさ、時々すごい表現するよな。的確すぎ。
Your metaphors are crazy, Goto. Yes, yet strangely on point.
何？お前前世は軍師か何か？
Were you some strategist or military advisor in a past life? Guys are saying whatever I want. I simply look out of the hallway again. She's pissed. I don't know what she's pissed at, but I feel like Goto's guess was right. So, what should I do? He's after me, I obediently go outside. He's after me, I don't want to die, so I keep quiet. Who is she after? I don't know. So I played time. Yeah, who could it be? I wonder. Oh my god. Probably won't die, right? So, probably worst thing you can do is probably the third thing. The second thing is also bad, and well, the first thing is the best thing, I guess, from what I can guess. I kinda want to see what happens if we do this. But I think that would be a huge mistake. So because we do no do-overs, right? So does it even matter? Yeah, I don't know. I want to see it. I guess Tosaka knows a lot of people. I don't know who she's waiting for, but I probably shouldn't disturb her. First of all, if I'm seen talking with two A's idol, I'll be singled out by all the guys in class, especially Goto. And it's lunchtime. I need sustenance if I'm gonna keep going. I take lunch out of my desk. Vid and Run squad who came to my to munch off my lunch seems to be busy watching Tosaka, so I should be able to eat my lunch in peace today. Huh? Tosaka went back to her class. Oh, so we never know why she was here.
まあ案外ただの散歩かもな。ほら、遠坂って時々突拍子もない行動するらしいじゃん。交際しろって迫ってきた3年を振るのに屋上で飛び降り寸前まで行ったって話知ってるか？
Well, she might have just been taking a walk. Tosaka seems to do some crazy things every now and then, right? Have you heard about how she's almost tried to jump off a rooftop even though she's the one who dumped a third year?
違うって。3年に飛び降りさせる寸前だろ。フェンス乗り越えてさ、屋上の端で立ったまま1日付き合ってくれたら付き合ってもいいってやつ。あの3年生しばらく登校拒否になったんだってな。
You got it backwards. It was the third year that was gonna jump. She said she'd go out of him if he jumped the fence and stood at the edge of the rooftop for a day together. That third year didn't come to school for a while after that.
でもさ、なんでそんなことしたんだろうな。
But why would she do something like that?
嫌なら嫌っていうタイプらしいじゃん、遠坂さん。
Osaka's the type to just say no to something she doesn't want.
ああ、それでござるか。遠坂殿曰く、吊り橋の上の恋愛理論だとか。とりあえず好きになれそうにないので、緊迫状態で一日過ごせば恋愛感情が芽生えるかもしれないとのこと。いや、下々の人間には考え至らぬおつむでござる。
Oh, you speak of that. Osaka said something about suspension bridge. As she didn't think she could fall in love with him, she thought that maybe she might develop romantic feelings if they spent a day in a tense situation together. Something that we, the unworthy, would never consider, that is. I pause as I open my lunch. I didn't know Tosaka had such a legend. Alright. I need to be careful when I go to the rooftop with her from now on.
お、ラッキー。戻ってきたぜ、遠坂さん。
Oh yes, Tosaka's back.
けどなんかこう違くね。さっきまでは殺気だってたけど、今はこう寒気がするぐらい涼しげっていうか。
Don't you think something's different? She was ready to kill before, but now she's so calm that that I feel chills.
天使の笑顔でござるな。あれはもう、あんたがそう出るならこっちも容赦しない。私開き直ったわという覚悟の表れでござろう。
That is the smile of an angel. It is. It is the look of of determination that says, if that's how you're going to be, then I'm not going to hold back either. Huh? I feel terrible chill. Saber's training seems to be paying dividends, as my danger sense is sharper. A peek into the hallway. There's Tosaka, smiling, holding an eraser she must have got from her class. In an instant. That eraser smashes directly into her forehead.
なんだ？ちょっとエミヤ君が回ったぞ。
What? Amy suddenly flipped over.
ありえねえ。どうしたよエミヤ。椅子にモーターでも仕込んだか？
No way. What happened, Emiya? You installed a motor in your chair?
忍法？今のは忍法でござるか、エミヤ。
It's a ninja move. Isn't it, Emiya? Ouch. Go to an offer. Make a commotion over it. I've fallen. Chair and all. Others surround me and offer help. More they look at me with anxious and not excited eyes. No excited eyes. No thanks. Wait, what did it look like to you, Gojo?
どうって。にゃんと一回転。エミヤが椅子に座ったまま一人で側転したように見えたわ。
You just did something like a flip. Like you performed a cartwheel while still sitting in your chair. Gojo requests that I teach him how to do it. Well, there's no doubt that he'll get a good laugh if he can do a flip on a command the moment the teacher calls on him. So I can see why he's jealous. But that's neither here nor there. My real problem is the devil in the hall that threw the bad bullet. Plotting a second and deciding how she'll deliver the blow a second time around. Oh my god, it was so worth taking this one. Sorry Gojo, we'll talk later. I have something that I have to do. The desk was left unharmed, so I grab my lunch and get up from my seat. It hurts. I thought where the eraser hit stings more than the hip I landed on, damn it. Tosaka, you! I lash out at the magic bullet shooter while holding my red forehead.
いつまでもぼんやりしてるそっちが悪いのよ。
It's your fault for standing there so absent-mindedly.
平和にお弁当食べるのもいいけど、エミヤ君はそういうのが許される立場じゃないでしょ？
It is fine to eat lunch in peace, but you're in no position to do so, right? But with enough force to flip someone? I would have died if I was unlucky.
どうだか。あれぐらいで死んじゃうような体じゃないでしょう、エミヤ君は。
I'm not sure about that. You don't seem to die so easily.
まあ、そんなことどうでもいいわ。ちょっと話があるからついてきて。
Well, I don't care about that. We need to talk, so follow me. Talk as in, you mean strategy meeting?
当たり前でしょ。ほら、急ぐわよ。エミヤ君がのんびりしてたおかげで時間がないんだから。早くしないとお昼休み終わっちゃうじゃない。
Of course. Come on, hurry. We need to have, we don't have much time now since you were taking your time. Lunch break is going to end. She looks away awkwardly and starts walking. Is it my imagination, or does it look like Tosaka isn't doing so well? What? And she brings me to the empty rooftop. It is cold. The rooftop is mercilessly cold. It would be crowded with students enjoying the breeze during the summer, but this is as desolate as a shopping district on New Year's during the winter. It's cold. I'd say it one more time. Well, it's an honest opinion. I'd really just like the person next to me take the hint. I'd really like the person next to me just take the hint.
何よ。男の子でしょ。これぐらい我慢しなさい。
What? Suck it up if you're a man. My objection is shut down right away.
エミヤ君、こっち。ここなら風も来ないし、人目にもつかないわ。
Over here, Emiya. It isn't as windy and we won't be seen. She quickly moves her destination and doesn't make eye contact. Moves to her destination. I eat my lunch. She must have called me over since she had something to talk about, but she doesn't speak up at all. Even so. When I sneak a peek at her, she's looking at me as if she wants to say something. I keep eating my lunch. There's nothing else I can do to keep my cool. At this point I don't care whether it's cold or quiet. It's just... This is making me anxious. Since the places where we can avoid the wind are limited, Tosaka is eating her bread right next to me. We're so close that if I move my body even just a little, our shoulders will rub. Oh no. Doesn't it look like we're eating lunch, like, together from the outside? I try my best to keep from flushing. Damn it. Why didn't it occur to me that, to me when she invited me in the hallway? It's only natural that I can't keep it together. Oh, she's my ally now. I admire her for quite some time. Well, I can't say that this to Tosaka since she would just laugh it off. But man, I wish she happened to be more considerate to a case like that. My chopsticks hit the bottom of my lunchbox. Finished. All that is left to clean up after myself. It seems like Tosaka's finished a while ago, and she's watching me idly. Man, lunch break is gonna be to end in a few minutes. I guess I just have to ask her what the hell what the hell we do after school today.
ちょっといい？
Hey Tosaka, can I ask you something? We speak up simultaneously. Our eyes finally meet for the first time today.
いや、別にない。登坂こそ。
話があるなら先にどうぞ。
Oh, it's nothing, but Is there something you want to say? I'm all ears. What? If you have something to say, you go ahead first. We talk to the at the exact moment again and look away in embarrassment. Silence follows. The end of lunch break is nearing. I'm relieved and disappointed that we might have to go now. Then...
その昨日の夜はごめん。
sorry about last night. Nosaka murmurs in an apologetic voice. Huh?
だから昨日のことあーちゃんにはレイジを使っといたからそうなんで今さら済まされないけどごめん。
Said about yesterday. I used the command spell on Archer. I know it's late, but sorry. My previously thought pauses. What happened last night? Archer tried to kill me and Tausaka says she used the command spell on him. Tausaka, so that means...
ええ、協力関係にある限り絶対にエミヤ君を襲うなってレイジュで命令したわ。だから今後は昨日みたいなことは起きないから。
Yes. As long as we are allies, I ordered him not to attack you with a command spell. So, from now on, something like yesterday won't happen again. That is a relief. It's a relief, but Tausaka used a command spell on something like that? I see. But that's nothing for you to apologize for. That is something he did on his own. You didn't know what he was doing either, right?
けどだからって無関係じゃない。昨日のことはあいつに自由行動させた私の責任よ。
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I have nothing to do with it. It's my responsibility as a master for letting him do as he pleases. She looks down, dejected. This is really unlike her. It bothers me more than the fact that I got attacked by Archer. Alright, I say that's the case if you say so.
そうね。
But I'm surprised Archer actually told you. I would never think that he would actually report to you that he attacked me.
そうね。けど自分のサーバントが傷を負って帰ってきて、しかも魔力が空っぽなら何かあったって思うでしょ?
Yeah, but it's obvious something happened if your servant comes home wounded with no magical energy.
あいつ隠し事はするけど嘘はつかないから。何をしてきたのか尋ねたらあっさり白状しやがったわよ。
He hides things, but he doesn't lie. He readily confessed when I asked him what happened. Oh, you're back to normal. That's good. It's not like you to you like you if you're like that.
ちょっとそれどういう意味よ?
What does that mean? Don't worry about it. So where's Archer?
家に置いてきた。なんか昨日から様子がおかしいし、昨日の今日でエミヤ君に合わせるのもあれでしょ?
I left him at home. He has been acting strange since last night. And I don't want to have him see you after what happened yesterday. Yeah, I don't want to see him either. It's obvious we would just end up insulting each other if we saw each other. Okay, but Tausaka, why did he attack me?
それが敵は少ない方がいいだって。
He said, the fewer enemies, the better.
エミヤ君はどうでもいいけど、セイバーは後々厄介になるから、今のうちに潰しておくべきだとかなんとか。
Something about how he didn't care about you, but he has to defeat Saber because she'll get in the way later on.
昨日みたいに簡単に他のマスターに操られると迷惑だから、ここで切り捨てた方がいいって判断したんだって。
He thought it was bothersome how easily you got manipulated by another master, so he decided to kill you. Damn it, I can't object to that. I'm certainly burdensome falling into Caster's trap like that. He must have figured out that the moment I was caught in her spell. I got it. I don't want to harp on this too much. It was partially my fault as well. And in any case, I don't know what would have happened if he hadn't come. See, it evens out in the end. Don't feel bad about it.
そう言ってくれると助かるけど。
Yeah, it means a lot if you say so. She looks away awkwardly. A strong sense of responsibility must be getting in the way of her agreeability. Oh, the bell rang just in time. Lunch break is over. I didn't even taste anything because of the situation, but I guess this wasn't bad at all. Let's get back inside. We'll be late for 5th period. I stand up and head to the door. But Tosaka is still sitting. Tosaka, the bell rang. She doesn't answer, but she looks at me as though she wants to say something.
少し付き合いなさいよ。一つぐらいサボっても平気でしょ？
Keep me company for a bit. It's alright to skip one class, right? Wow. Words the model honor students would never dare say. Bell rings to indicate the start of 5th period. Yet, what are we doing? Drinking coffee at a place like this? On a side note, I had to go buy the canned coffee real quickly.
授業開始まで5分あるでしょ？ 1階の購買からここまで5分もあれば十分じゃないかしら。
There's still 5 minutes until class starts, right? I think that's enough time to go down to the store on the 1st floor from here. So was a devilish request from Tosaka.
それで、エミヤ君はどうなの？
And how about you? Huh? Oh, when I started learning Magecraft? Yeah. I think that's about right. I begged my old man for something like 2 years. And he finally taught me.
じゃあ足掛け8年か。エミヤ君のお父さんも随分と半端なことするのね。どうせ教えるんなら生まれた時から手を加えればよかったのに。
So, nearly 8 years? Your father sure did an incomplete job if he was going to teach you. He should have taught you since you were born.
8年前って言えばもう二次成長期後でしょ？そんなに大きくなったら刻印を刻むこともできないし、体もいじれないじゃない。
You'd have already hit a growth spurt 8 years ago. From that point, he wouldn't have been able to engrave a crest on you, or tamper with your body. Tosaka says dangerous things. Well, I know this is a part of her that's a mage. I guess, like I said before, my old man never intended to teach me magecraft. So that's why he didn't go through the proper steps like you did. Wait, what do you mean by doing something when you were born?
言葉通りの意味よ。歴史が古くなればなるほど、その家系の魔術刻印は大きくなる。
It's just how it sounds. The longer the history, the larger the family crest gets.
魔術刻印は形になった魔術回路だから、ほんの少し体に刻むだけで人間の体が拒否反応を起こしてものすごく痛むのよ。
A magic crest is a magic circuit given form. The moment you try to engrave it on a human host, their body attempts to reject it, and it seriously hurts.
で、それを少しでも和らげるために子供の頃から少しずつ移植していくってわけ。ついでに中身も無理が効くように苦い薬草やら怪しげな骨を砕いた粉とか飲み続けて体に耐性を作っておくの。
So it transplanted it little by little from when you were young to minimize the pain. We also ingest this powder made from bitter herbs and strange bones to create resistance within our body.
まあ魔術使いであるエミヤ君には関係のない話だからあんまり気にする必要はないわ。今から無理して真似されても困るし。
Well, you don't have to worry about it since it doesn't concern you as a mage. It would be all sorts of trouble if you tried to copy it now. I don't intend to. But are you okay? It sounds painful just hearing about it. I don't know how to explain it. I've never known a normal practitioner of magecraft. But when I went to Tosaka's house, I felt an inexplicable pressure. A family that passed along a long history. Children that have a duty to succeed since they're born. Secluded from the normal world. Completely disregarding anything that they may want. I bite my lip, daring to imagine how painstakingly and tiresome that must be.
そういう心配なんてしてるんだ、エミヤ君は。
Oh, I see. So you're worried about things like that? What's up with that look? I'm not worried or anything.
当然よ。心配なんてされる覚えはないもの。私は好きでやってきたんだから、そこに後悔なんてないしね。そのあたり、エミヤ君も同じなんじゃない？
Of course not. There's nothing to be worried about. I'm doing this because I want to, so I don't regret it at all. Isn't it the same for you? Why are you asking me? Wait, the same? Tosaka and I?
まったく。本当に自分のことはわからないのね、あんたって。
Jeez, you really lack some self-awareness, you know?
確かに私の修行は大変だったわ。けど逃げ出したいなんて思ったことはなかった。それはエミヤ君も同じでしょって言ったの。
Look, my training was certainly tougher, but I've never thought about running away from it. I'm saying it because it must be the same for you. Oh yeah, it's true, but I was never asked to do anything as hard as what you are doing.
バカ言わないでよ。9年間まっとうに育っておいて、それから魔術を習うなんて正気じゃないわ。
Don't be ridiculous. It's not sane to start learning magecraft after living a normal life for 9 years.
エミヤ君の日課がどんなものかは知らないけど、それよっぽど危険な鍛錬なはずよ。失敗したら命がないっていうぐらいギリギリのライン。
I don't know what your daily routine was like, but it must have been dangerous. Like you were living on the edge and would lose your life if you failed. No, since I'm an amateur, it's not supposed to be that dangerous. It won't even compare to what you went through, Tosaka.
そうね。私だってあなたと比べることはできないもの。
I suppose. I can't compare myself to you either.
魔術の鍛錬なんてね、結局はそういうものよ。唯一共通なのは命を計りにかけてるってこと。
Training in magecraft is like that. The only common thing is that we were putting our life on a scale.
計りには個人差があるけど、要はその計りをどれほど傾けられるかでしょ。
It varies how much we dedicate to it, so how much we are willing to risk differs.
その点で言えば、あなたは私なんかよりずっと厳しい。
In that sense, your training is a lot more harsh than mine.
私、死ぬような鍛錬なんてしたことないもの。そもそも失敗することがないし。
I've never trained in a way that might kill me. First of all, I don't fail. Oh, you actually went there? She casually dunks on me. Tosaka basically said that she doesn't know what it feels like to fail, unlike the rest of us.
ほら、そこすねない。今の褒めたんだから。
Hey, why the long face? I just gave you a compliment. I don't exactly feel thrilled being told that I did well this time for someone who always gets perfect scores.
今回はなんて言ってないわよ。
I don't just mean right now.
要するにね、確かに教えは厳しかったけど、辛くはなかったってこと。だから逃げ出さなかったし、今もずっと続けている。それ、エミヤ君も同じでしょ？
My point is, it's true that the training was hard, but it wasn't painful. That's why I didn't quit, and I'm still working on it. That's the same for you, right? Hard, but not painful. I do think that's like what I feel. Never felt that it was painful or hard. No, to be honest, I couldn't afford to think that. I just wanted to catch up to Kiritsugu. I'll become like Kiritsugu someday. I've kept training to become the hero of justice that Kiritsugu couldn't. Looking back, most of my memories are about the training I did in the shed. I've never regretted that. Perhaps it's because I believe that that was the most important thing to do for myself. I see. I haven't really thought of it like that. I guess it means I have done my share too, huh?
そういうこと。エミヤ君は独学でここまで来たんだから、もっと自信を持ちなさい。
That's right. You've come this far being self-taught, so you should have more confidence in yourself. Tosaka says proudly. I'm a bit embarrassed. It's worse when she's happy about it, as if it were my own accomplishment.
さて、話がまとまったところで少しは真面目な話をしよっか。協力者としてお互いの特技は知っておかないとね。
Let's talk shop now that we got that clear. We have to know each other's strengths if we are going to be allies. Strengths? Oh, the magecraft that we can use. Isn't it too late for that? You already know what I can do.
ええ、エミヤ君の魔術は強化だっけ？
Yes, your magecraft is strengthening, right?
珍しいとまでは言わないけど、メインに据えてる魔術師はそう多くないじゃない？それが不思議だったのよ。あなた、どうして強化にこだわるわけ？
Won't go as far as saying that it's rare. But there aren't many mages that use it as their primary field. I've been wondering, but why are you particular about strengthening? Well, that's the only thing I can use. I tried other things, but I could only do strengthening. The rest are basic things like making a blueprint and stuff. That's not something to be talking about now.
そう。私のところは転換かな。
I see. Mine is conversion.
力の蓄積、流動、変化ってところ。そのあたりを基本にして有名どころの魔術は抑えてある。結界作りも教室ぐらいの広さなら形だけは整えられるわ。
The aggregation, flow, and transformation of power. That's my basic power, and I know all the famous spells. I can make a bounded field the size of a classroom and adjust the shape. Conversion of power? That's the most basic and all-rounder type. In other words, she's saying she can transfer magical energy into a vessel and transform it. See, I'm glad you're telling me, but it's really okay for you to tell me your magecraft?
前にエミヤ君、私に教えてくれたでしょ？なのに私だけ隠してるのはフェアじゃないから。
You told me yours, right? It's not fair if I had mine. Tosaka says and puts her left hand out.
この前見せたけど、これが私の魔術刻印。
I showed you last time, but this is my magic crest.
遠坂の家に伝わるのは転換の技法でね。自分でも他人でもともかく力を移し替えたりするのが得意なわけ。
The technique of conversion is what's passed down in the Tosaka family. I'm good at transferring power from myself or someone else.
普通魔力っていうのは体外に出すと消えるでしょ？
Usually, magical energy disappears when we take it out of our body, right?
魔力だけで神秘は起こせない。外に出して魔力が消えてしまう前に、魔力によって魔術っていう式を発動させる。だから魔術にしていない純粋な魔力は移し替えるのが難しいんだけど。
Magical energy itself can't create mystics. We activate the equation called magecraft using magical energy before it disappears. So it's hard to transfer pure magical energy that is not involved in magecraft. She stops there and takes out a small stone out of her pocket. It's a gem? A transparent polyhedron reminds me of a kaleidoscope.
例外として、私は他のものに自分の魔力を蓄積できる。
But I can't store magical energy into other objects.
いいえ、自分の魔力だけじゃなくて、他の術者の魔力だって保存できるし、難しいけど、移し替えられるのは魔力だけじゃないわ。
No, not just the magical energy. but I can store other mages' magic energy, and although it's difficult, magic energy isn't the only thing I can transfer.
で、その保存場所に一番相性がいいのが宝石なの。
Most compatible storage space is a gem.
宝石が想念をためやすい場、流れをとどめる牢獄ってことは知ってるでしょ？
You know that gems can act like a location that are easy to store thoughts, right? A prison that stops the flow of energy.
加えて、ずっと地中で眠っていた鉱石には強い自然霊が宿っている。そういった宝石や魔力を込めるだけで簡易的な魔術極意になるのよ。
Top of that, crystals have been in the ground for a long time. Can house strong nature spirits. Such gems can become simple magic crests when magic energy is poured into them.
まあ、宝石である以上、一度でも込められた魔力を解放すれば壊れちゃうんだけど。
Well, since they're gems, they'll break once the magic energy is released. Tosaka shrugs and puts the gem away. Man, that's a waste. By breaking you mean it will all go away after it's used once, right? You have to replace such an expensive thing like a gem each time?
そうなのよ。おかげでうちは年中金欠でさ。
Yeah, exactly. That's why we're always broke.
東坂の魔術師は後継ぎになったらまずお金を稼ぐところから。
Mages of a Tosaka family have to start making money once they succeed. See, yeah. We all have our different problems, Tosaka. She looks away as if she said too much. Yeah. I think this isn't every time, but Tosaka is actually really awkward deep down. Fifth period is about to end. Tosaka finished explaining things to me, so I asked her about Shinji, since he's also from a family of mages. Hey Tosaka, did you know that Shinji's family, the Mato family, is a family of mages?
ええ、知ってたわ。
Yes, I know.
けどマト家はここ数十年で衰退したって父さんが言ってた。今のマト家には魔術師としての血脈はないって。
But my father said that they have been declined over the past few decades. I heard that they don't have a bloodline of mages now.
それは本当。だからシンジがマスターになったって聞いて驚いたけど。
That's the truth. It's also why I was surprised to hear that Shinji has become a master. Oh, so she did know. Of course, she supervises this land, so she knows all the families with a mage history. She should know that Shinji is a master. Wait, hold on. Tosaka, you knew that Shinji was a master too?
ごめん。私も今朝知ったのよ。シンジがマスターになるわけないって鷹をくくってたのが裏目に出たみたい。
Sorry, I found out this morning too. It looks like I underestimated him. My assumption that Shinji couldn't be involved backfired. Tosaka says it's nothing. However, something's off. She was searching for the third master at school, yet she does not seem to consider Shinji a problem at all. Tosaka, Shinji is a master, right?
ええ、けど別にどうってことないでしょ。シンジ自身に魔力はないんだし、そう大それたことはできないわ。
Yes, but it shouldn't be a problem. Shinji himself doesn't have a magic energy, so it's not like he can do anything outrageous.
私たちの敵は学校に潜んでいるマスターだもの。シンジはマスターとしての気配もないし、私たちが探している相手とは別物よ。
Our enemy is the master hiding at school. Shinji doesn't have any presence as a master, so he's not the one we are looking for. So does it mean there are actually 4 masters at our school?
そうなるんじゃない？まあ、シンジにはおとなしくしておけって言ったから邪魔されることはないでしょうけど。
I would think so. Well, I don't think Shinji would interfere, since I told him not to do anything. Another statement that bothers me. Wait, first of all, how did Tosaka find out that Shinji is the master? Tosaka, can you tell me more about what happened this morning?
詳しくも何もシンジの方から話しかけてきたのよ。
Hmm? There's nothing to talk about, since Shinji was the one who told me.
僕もマスターになったから二人で手を組まないかって。
He asked me if I wanted to team up with him, since he's become a master as well. I'm starting to get bad feeling about this, but I can't stop her now. So what happened after that?
続きも何も当然断ったわ。
Nothing happened. I declined, of course.
だっていうのにあいつしつこく食い下がってくるんだもの。ついシローがいるからマトウ君はいらないって言っちゃった。
But he was not persistent about it, so I let it slip that I don't need him since I have you. Tosaka lost recalling it. That must be the reason why Shinji was acting so strange. However, so what are you going to do about Shinji? Are you going to let him be? He's the one who set up a bonded field around school, right?
Huh?
Oh no. What? Tosaka freezes. I knew it. She didn't notice that Shinji was the one who put up the bonded field. You're wrong, Tosaka. It's true that Shinji isn't a mage, but he set up the bonded field. I'm sure he has a servant that excels in magecraft like Caster. Tosaka grows pale. Tosaka, you didn't notice?
あの結界がサーバントによるものだって気がついてたけど。
No, I knew that the bonded field was something done by a servant, but we couldn't make the connection with Shinji. I recall how Tosaka was acting until now. I bet she was worried about last night's incident, but she couldn't think about Shinji. She might be the biggest mistake. This might be the biggest mistake she's made in her life.
まずい。下手したらシンジのやつ。
This is bad. Shinji might be. Tosaka gets up instantly and glares at the exit. At that instant, the abnormality around the school openly reveals itself with a perfect timing.
結界
Bounded field? The sky is tinted red. Stagnant red air immediately begins suffocating everything within the school grounds. It won't affect mages, who can cycle magical energy through their body to a ward of the effect, but normal people will pass out, and if enough time goes by, they'll die.
分
Tosaka!
かってる。急ぐわよ、シロ。
No, hurry, Shiro! Red surrounds everything in the school. The hallway, red as blood. The air, red as blood. Thick air sticks to my skin and creates this sense that it's all just one horrible dream. Disgust threatens to rip itself out through my lips. I cool and I try to force reasonably controlled thoughts through my confused and heated brain. I break for a classroom closest to the stairs on the 4th floor. Tosaka stops for a second, hesitant to enter the disaster scene. I know how she feels. I don't like it any more than she does. They're still alive. It's not too late to save them. I check the nearest student for their pulse and breathing. There's not a conscious person left in the classroom. The students who were sitting in their seats and the teacher at the podium are all lying on the floor. Most of the students are unconscious, limp, and their eyes are clouded over. A few others. A small handful of students had more unusual reactions. The skin is congealing, as if scorched by a cold flame. The skin is stripped of all vitality and shines in the eerie light like melted wax. Tosaka is breathless before a scene of disaster. We have no time. To get to the bottom of this as fast as possible. I search for Shinji with two of us. Use my command spell to call for Saber. I don't know what day it was the last time that Shinji released the Bounded Field, and if it's it shouldn't be as strong because we just destroyed the sigils yesterday, right? But never know what would happen. So I think it's best to summon Saber. That's the best choice we have. If Shinji's servants set up a bonded field, I just need to call for Saber. And, well, because of Ryder. Tosaka, I'm calling for Saber. Teach me how to use my command spell. Hold on. If you're calling for Saber, I also used you yesterday. So it's my turn now. You call Archer if calling Saber isn't enough. So how do I use it? Concentrate on your left hand. You should close your eyes. Imagine the shape of your command spell in your hand and release it. Give a command while you release it. Close my eyes. I can't take my time, so I clear my thoughts as much as possible. Concentrate on my second command spell. I'm counting on you. Come, Saber. And release the second mark. Back of my left hand burns. Simultaneously, a sudden mass forms. A knight in silver emerges from a space distortion next to me. Saber! I've come in response to your summons. What is the situation, Master? Is it grave enough for you to use your command spell? It's just as it looks. The servant set up a bonded field. I want to eliminate her as soon as possible. Understood. I certainly feel the presence of a servant on this floor. This floor? The servants on the 4th floor? There's no doubt about it. What about it, Rin?
セイバーの感知なら確かだろうけど、それはおかしいのよ。結界の起点は1階から感じられる。サーバントの気配を感知するのはサーバントであるセイバーのが優れてるでしょうけど、こと魔術の功績に関しては私だって負けてない。
No, I'm not sure that's the case if you say so. But I'm confused. I can feel the origin of a bonded field on the 1st floor. I'm sure your ability to detect servants is superior to mine. But I'm pretty sure I'm pretty good at detecting traces of magecraft at least. Huh? Are you saying that the servant is on the floor even though they've set up a bonded field on the 1st floor, Tosaka?
断定はできないけど、私はそう感じてるわ。
I can't say for sure, but that's what I feel.
この結界の起点は1階にあるんだって。
I'm positive the field's source is on the 1st floor. Do I have to choose between the two, huh? Shinji placed the servant on this floor when our one must definitely be a trap. If we make the wrong choice, we'll be sacrificing everybody in the school.
リン、アーチャーはどうしたのです？彼がいるのなら、もう少し確かな判別ができる。
Rin, what happened to Archer? If he were here, then we could make a more accurate analysis.
それがあいつ呼んでも答えないの。この結界完全に内と外を遮断してる。レイジを使うか、あいつがこっちの異常を感知して駆けつけてくる以外ないわ。
He's not answering me. This bonded field has completely cut us off from the rest of the world. I have no other choice but to use my command spell or wait for him to sense our situation and come. Tosaka and Saber glare at each other. This isn't the place for it, though. Think. Tosaka has lost her composure. The best thing we can do right now is... Alright. I go search for the first floor. I go search the first floor. I feel bad about leaving the servant to Saber alone, but she should be able to fight by herself. Saber, I leave the servant to you. You can handle it on your own.
無論です。ではシロは？
Of course. What will you do, Shiro? I hurry down to the first floor with Tosaka. It would be dangerous by myself, but I should be fine with if I'm with her. Besides, she's the one who can detect magical energy. Let's go.
ええ、当然よ。言われなくても一人で行くつもりだったわ。
Yeah, right. I was planning to go without you go ahead. It's decided. So now.
何してんのよ。椅子の足なんて折って正気？
What are you doing? Are you insane breaking the leg of a chair like that? You should be armed, right? I can only use strengthening, so I need something. Swinging the leg of a chair I've broke off. It's like I'm recreating what happened that one time with Tosaka. My success rate seems to be going up, as I'm easily managed this time, so I grab another leg just in case.
シロ、外に微弱な気配がします。どうやら包囲されたようです。
Shiro, I feel a faint presence outside. It seems like we're surrounded. Huh? Surrounded by what?
わかりかねます。ですが、外に出て確認するだけの話です。
I don't know. However, we simply need to go outside and check. You're right. Can you take the lead?
無論、あなたの盾となるのが私の使命ですから。
Of course. It's my duty to be your shield. Saber jumps out into the hallway. Let's go, Tosaka. We'll press on to the first floor. What the hell? The instant we go out into the hallway, we find what's surrounding us. Are those bones? Puppets made of inhuman bones swarm from the other side of the hallway. Tosaka, what are those?
ゴーレム、スカイマの類でしょ。いいからこっち。あいつらはセイバーが引き受けてくれるってば。あんなの何体いようがセイバーの敵じゃない。
Golems, a type of familiar. Get over here. We won't be a match for Saber, no matter how many of them there are. Sorry, Saber. I run to the stairs. The sound of Saber crushing the strange bone puppets echoes through the hall behind me. I go down to the stairs. It's not far from the fourth floor to the first. However... Damn you. I smash the bone dolls, blocking my way with a chair leg in my hand. This is the third one already. Maybe it's because of the horrible state of this place, but I don't even care about its violence overtaking us. My mind has gone numb. Hatred, fear, sadness, cowardice. All of it was locked up in my brain. The only thing I can think of is to make it to the first floor. I just keep on swinging these two weapons in my hands, just like them. Oh. No, you don't. I mow down the fourth body of Bones. The bone puppet that tried to attack Tosaka from the side crumbles as if it crashes into a wall. Hey, are you okay, Tosaka? Good, she's fine. Where's the origin of the field?
すぐそこ、あそこの教室。
Yeah, it's right there. That classroom. Tosaka points at a room about 10 meters ahead. There are a few more bone puppets that followed us down the stairs. But we don't have the time to deal with them. I parry the attacking sword with a weapon in my right hand. Then slash the exposed body with a weapon in my left. The fifth bone artifice crumbles. But they just keep coming. There's still more than the 10 of them swarming the hallway. Damn it, they're persistent. When will you guys run out? I retreat a bit. The chair leg in my hands are worn down. Even though I strengthened them, they're originally just stainless steel. I don't know if I can take one more attack. Get back, Shiro! Huh? I'm surprised, but I retreat like I'm told. At that instant, Tosaka jumps out in front of me, as if tagging in, and throws a gem at the bone creatures. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. That's more fitting, I think. My vision goes wide. Was that some kind of release incantation? There's no sign of destruction in the hallway, and only the scattered remains of the bone figures are there.
ありがとう。助かったわ。トパーズなんてめったに使わないから用意するのに時間がかかって。
Thank you, you gave me time. I rarely use topaz, so it took me a while to get it ready.
正直、エミヤくんがいなかったら数で押されてた。
To be honest, I would have been overwhelmed if you weren't here. She drops her shoulders in relief, but she only does so for an instant and glares at the classroom.
行きましょう。あそこにシンジがいるはずよ。
Let's go. Shinji should be there. Tosaka runs to our destination. I follow her and step inside the red classroom. This is absolute hell. The air filling the classroom cannot be called gas anymore. Tear gas anymore. The vaporized blood dyes the eyes of onlookers like paint. I hear voices of anguish from all directions. This is the source of a bonded field, the place where absorption is strongest. The students collapse on the floor are entirely different to the students on the fourth floor. The groans that I hear are just my imagination. The fainted students have pale faces and are still as wax figures. Tosaka just gazes at the scene, her legs shaking. A clicking sound. It must be to suppress her emotions. Tosaka shatters her teeth as she beholds this horror. She lifts her shaking leg and moves forward. Between the desks, there's one clearly animated person. Sitting hunched amongst the fallen students, Shinji Mato looks up at Tosaka.
シンジ、あんた。
Shinji, you. A stern voice. He must have reacted to that. Shinji lets out a strangled cry and clambers away from Tosaka.
言い訳は聞かないわよ。あんたがやったことの代償はどんなことをしても払わせてやる。
No excuses. I do whatever it takes to make you pay for what you've done. Tosaka approaches Shinji.
僕じゃない、僕じゃない、僕じゃない、僕じゃない。
No, 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 no. It's not me. It's not me. It's not me. He shakes his head violently and backs up to a wall.
僕じゃない？よくもそんなことを言えたものね。
Not you? Are you serious?
いいから、今すぐ結界を解きなさい。解かないって言うなら、その顔吹っ飛ばしてでも。
Release the bounded field if you don't, then I'm going to blow the face off yours to hell end.
違う、だから違う、僕じゃない、僕じゃないんだ。殺したのは僕じゃない。
Wait, no. I said no. It's not me. It isn't me. I'm not the one who killed her. Huh? Stranger and stranger. Shinji flees from Tosaka, but not really. He's looking at the floor, at our feet. Why there? I look down. The only thing there are students lying unconscious on the floor. Other than that, there's nothing else. Tosaka. I call to her and point. A stunned voice. Her anger toward Shinji turns into confusion. The moment she sees the thing lying on the floor, her animosity fades. Her breathing catches. The thing collapsed on the floor is completely dead. Long purple hair. Woman in black, the servant who attacked me, Ryder.
死んでる。
She's dead? Tosaka's voice is flat, emotionless.
だから僕じゃない、僕がやったんじゃない。結界を起こして誰も動かなくなったのに、ライダーはあいつに。
I said it's not me. I didn't do it. I activated the bounded field and no one was able to move, but Ryder was... The servant in black, Ryder, was killed with one blow. What kind of weapon was it? How was she killed? Only one blow against the servant. It was a single strike to the neck, which was ripped to pieces. I can't imagine how that happened. She must have been caught by surprise, but the enemy must have been skilled to sever her spine in one blow. No, it was more than severed. It is as if her head was set in a vise and where her neck was twisted, muscle, bone and all. Ryder disappears. At the same time, the red world fades away. It seems like a field was set up by the servant after all. However,
シンジ、これをやったのは誰？
Shinji, who did this? Shinji inches back to the hallway, cornered by Tosaka.
言ったでしょ？学校にはもう一人マスターがいるって。その忠告を無視して騒ぎを起こしたあんたの落ち度よ。
I told you that there is another master at school. It's your fault for ignoring my warning and causing a commotion.
どうやらサーバントを見殺しにして生き残ったみたいだけど、相手の顔を見たんなら次はあんたの番よ。どんなマスターだか知らないけど、必ずあんたを始末しに来るわ。
It looks like you left your servant to die and survived. But it's your turn now that I found you. I don't know what kind of master you are, but I'll finish you off next time for sure.
そんなことあるもんか。僕にはもうサーバントはいないんだ。マスターじゃないんだから。狙われるのはお前たちだけだろ。
As if I don't have a servant anymore. I'm not a master. So you guys will be the only ones that will be targeted.
そうね。まあ確かにその通りか。あんたにまだ霊樹が残っていようと放っておいても害はないもの。
Sure, I suppose you're right. There's no harm in letting you go, even if you still have your command spells.
うろちょろして見苦しいかもしれないけど、ハムシじゃ人間は殺せないし。
It might be unsightly to see you running around, but a single harmless gnat isn't gonna kill a person.
そうね。あんた次第でここで息の根を止めるのは待ってあげる。
Yeah, I won't kill you here, depending on how he responds.
ハムシ僕がハムシ
Harmless? Ignite? Me?
害虫に例えなかっただけでもありがたく思いなさい。
Hey, it's a step below a pest even.
マトウ真司は魔術師でもなければマスターにもふさわしくないから人畜無害だって言ってやったのよ。
Shinji Mato is not a mage nor a master. You're not even an annoyance.
で、見たんなら答えなさいよ。今のあんたなんてその程度の価値しかないんだから。
So, tell me what you saw. That's your only value right now. Shinji scrambles back, Tosaka's very presence at Fred. Well, I don't even know if she'd actually follow through with her threat, but she's seriously angry. She lost control of herself seeing this nightmare.
さあ、あんたのサーバントを仕留めたのはどんなサーバントだったのよ、シンジ。
Come on, what kind of servant finished you off your servant, Shinji?
知るもんかマヌケ。怯えるのはお前たちの方だぞ遠坂。次あいつに狙われるのはお前たちなんだからな。
I don't know, stupid. You guys are the one who should be scared. You guys will be their next targets.
この
Shinji runs out into the hallway and Tosaka starts to go after him. She stops for... It seems to occur to her that what she has to deal with. No, that's wrong. It's not like it just occurred. She just clenches her teeth, looking back at the collapsed student body in frustration. Her expression is somewhat typical for her. But her knees are shaking and her eyes are wavering so much that she looks like she's going to cry. I can't tell if she's more angry or sad, but I'm convinced she has a strong attitude, can do anything, and is a distinguished mage. But deep down, she's just a girl that acts her age. It's okay, Tosaka. Everyone's still breathing. It's not like it's over.
息があるってみんなに
Huh? Everyone is breathing? Yeah, I know it's hard it's hard. But look closely. Everyone is still alive. The field is gone, so all I have to do now is call for help. So, do we call an ambulance or somewhere else in this case? Should we contact the church if there are injuries caused by magecraft? I ask in a calm voice. It seems like she was finally able to regain her senses as Tosaka slaps her own face with both hands.
連絡するのは教会でいいわ。綺麗に状況を説明すれば、後の手配は全部やってくれる。
You can contact the church. If you explain the situation to Kirei, he can do the rest. Alright. Then let's call him right away. Tosaka nods and dashes into the hall. Her destination must be the office. There's a phone there, so we can make a call right away. We finish contacting the church and go outside. It'd be a problem later if we are found to be the only ones unharmed, so Kirei ordered us to pretend like we weren't at school today. So Saber, you were fighting Caster?
はい。ゴーレムを操っていたのはキャスターのサーバントでした。校舎に潜んだキャスターを倒しはしましたが、あれは影に過ぎないのでしょう。
Yes, it was the caster class servant controlling those golems. I defeated the caster who was hiding at school, but it must have only been her shadow. I see. So it means that caster was controlling those golems from Ryoto Temple. And there's no doubt that caster was the one who attacked Shinji's servant. So, the fourth master at school is caster's master, huh? It's possible that she used Shinji to lure Ryder into a trap.
そうでしょうね。シローの話では、ライダーは一撃で首を切られている。何らかの理由で動きを封じられ、 無抵抗なまま倒されたとしか思えない。
That is likely the situation. You say Ryder had her head cut off in one blow. I can only think that something was restraining her, and that she died without resisting. That's worrying, but we found out that Kaz's master is at school. It wasn't a complete waste. I turned to Tosaka for confirmation. Tosaka only stares back at me silently. Ever since we left the classroom, she's been looking at me as if she wants to say something. Tosaka, if you have something to say, say it. I get to really is when you look at me like that. Release? What is that? Anyway, I get worried about when I get it from behind. Tosaka still stares at me for a while. Then, with a serious expression,
エミヤ君冷静なのね。意外だった。
You're pretty calm, Emiya. It's a bit unexpected. He says, Huh? No way. I've in a basket case. I'm still really pissed off too. We both are, aren't we?
それでもみんなの傷を把握してたじゃない。私にはできなかったけど。
Even then, you were able to figure out everyone's condition. I couldn't do that. Hmm? Oh, that's nothing. I'm used to seeing corpses, so I can tell.
死体は見慣れてる？
Huh? Used to seeing corpses? We head out. It'll get busy here once the ambulance arrives. So we head out back into the forest and make our exit from there. That's when...
なんだ。セイバーがいるとは驚いたな。
Oh, I'm surprised Saber's here. On the way out back, we run into that tardy bastard.
あーちゃあ、あんた今頃やってきて何のつもりよ。
Archer, what took you so damn long?
決まっているだろう。主の意地を察して駆けつけたのだ。もっとも遅すぎたようだがな。セイバーがいてリンが無事なら、ことはもう済んでしまったのだろう。
It's obvious, right? I rushed over since I sensed my master's imminent danger. But it seems that it's too late. The Saber is here and Rin is safe, then assume that everything is over and done.
もう済んじまったわよ。あんたがのんびりしてる間に何が起きたのか、一から聞かせてやるからそこに直れっていうの。
Yeah, everything is over. I tell you everything you've missed while you were taking your sweet time. So come over here and listen up.
どうやら最悪のまで到着してしまったか。
Just in time for a lecture. This is the worst. The two of them quarrel, leaving us aside. Well, it's more like Tosaka is yelling at Archer while he just calmly brushes it off.
やはり仲がいいのですね、あの二人は。リンが怒っているのはアーチャーを信頼していた裏返しですし、それを黙って聞いているアーチャーもリンに申し訳がないからでしょう。
Those two are close after all, Rin is angry because she trusts Archer, and Archer is accepting the verbal abuse as a form of apology. I get what you're saying, but why are you explaining it to me, Saber?
いいえ、シローが難しい顔をしていたものですから、代わりに解説してみただけです。
Well, your expression was complicated and I thought you were perhaps confused. I don't know what's so funny, but Saber is smiling as if she's figured something out. It makes what I was seeing before even more unpleasant.
わかったわかった。次からは体裁など気にしない。それで今回の件は分けということにしておこう。
Okay, next time I won't worry about appearances. So let's just say it's good for now.
で、結局、脱落したのはどのサーバントだ？
So, Which servant was eliminated? Archer's expression changes. His unusual caustic and laid-back attitude withdraws, and in its place is the rational warrior. The rider servant disappeared. We don't know what happened, but she must have been defeated by Caster.
キャスターにでは、キャスターはどうなった？よもや無事というわけではなかろう。
By Caster? And what happened to Caster? Don't tell me she went unwounded. I don't know, but Ryder was defeated in only in one blow. So I think Caster is unwounded. The three of us were in the agreement on that. Then?
ふぬけめ。所詮口だけの女だったか。
What a fool. So she was just our talk.
勝ち抜ける器ではないと思ったが、よもやただの一撃で倒されるとは。まったく敵と相打つぐらいの気迫は見せろというのだ。
I didn't think she was capable of a win, but getting defeated with one blow? Man, show some spirit. Don't go all like a coward. He goes back to his usual manner and insults the late rider.
アーチャー、ライダーはマスターを守って死んだ。ふぬけなどとあなたに言う資格はない。
Archer. Ryder died protecting her master. You do not have the right to criticize.
何を言うかと思えば、ふぬけはふぬけだろう。英雄を名乗るのなら、最低限一人は殺さなければ面目が立つまい。それができぬのなら、せめて命がけで相打ちを狙えというのだ。
What? That's what you have to say? A coward is a coward. If she calls herself a hero, then she needs to kill at least one person to save face. Or if she can't do that, at least drag an enemy down with her.
勝手なことを。それができぬ状態だったからこそ、無抵抗で敗れたのではないか。その散りざまを罵るとは、貴様こそ英雄を名乗る者か。
How conceited. She was defeated without resistance, and she was in a situation where she could not do such a thing. Are you one to call yourself a hero by speaking ill of her death?
どのような理由であれ、無様に敗れたことに変わりはあるまい。
Huh, whatever the reason. It makes no difference to the fact that her defeat was ignobly. Ignobly? Not noble, I think.
まあ、確かに英雄であるからというのは失言だったな。英雄であろうがなかろうが、弱ければ死ぬだけだ。
Well, it was certainly my mistake to say anything about a hero. The weak will die no matter what a hero or not.
この戦いにふさわしくない英雄とやらは早々に消えればいい。
Heroes unfit for war should bow out early.
よく言った。ならば私と戦うか、アーチャー。
I said, Ben, will you fight me, Archer?
お前とこれは驚いたな。何が勘に触ったかは知らんが、協力関係にある者に戦いを挑むとは。
With you? What a surprise. I don't know what coward crawled up your ass. For challenging your ally?
だが残念。私はお前たちと戦うなと令状を下されている。
But too bad. I have been ordered with a command spell not to fight the two of you.
今挑まれては、ライダーと同じく無抵抗で倒されるだけだが、そんな相手と戦うのが君の騎士道なのか、セイバー。
Challenge me now. I will only be defeated without resistance, just like Ryder. Would you chivalry approve of fighting such an opponent, Saber? The two glare at each other, wordlessly.
あーちゃん、そこまでよ。
Stop right there, Archer. Tosaka's quiet but firm order stops them.
セイバーと喧嘩してる場合じゃないでしょ。
This is no time to be fighting with
ラ
Saber.
イダーは消えて、マスターも一人脱落した。けど、 学校にはあと一人正体不明のマスターが潜んでいることは間違いない。
Ryder disappeared and one more master was eliminated. But there's no doubt that there's one more unidentified master hiding at school.
私とエミヤ君の協力条件は学校に潜むマスターを倒すまでよ。それとも何？あなた今度はセイバーと戦うななんて例示を使わせたいの？
Our truce lasts until we defeat the master hiding at our school. Or what? Do you want me to use another command spell in order for you not to fight against Saber?
そうだな。セイバー殿があまりにも王道ゆえ、からかいに興が乗ってしまった。
Yeah, okay. Saber was just so adamant about her pretty little ideals that I couldn't help it.
すまんな、セイバー。私と戦うのは協力関係が終わってからにしてくれ。
I'm sorry, Saber. We can fight after this truce is over.
いいえ、私も大人げがなかったようです。リンに免じて今の発言は聞き流します。
No, it was immature of me as well. I will ignore your comments out of respect for Rin. Saber takes a step back, still glaring at Archer, and stands by my side. Osaka and Archer also step back to clear the air.
まあ話は今の通りよ。
Well, that's about it.
私たちの協力関係はまだ続いている。今日はもう無理だろうけど、明日になれば学校でキャスターのマスターを探すことだってできるわ。
Our truce is still on. Not possible today anymore. But we can search for Caster's master at school tomorrow.
つまりは現状維持ってわけだけど、エミヤ君はそれでいい？
To be clear, we're just maintaining our status quo. But is that okay with you? Yeah, of course. What's the plan after this? Are you going to try to go to Yodo Temple after all?
そんなわけないでしょう。アーチャーの話じゃ竜道寺に行くのは自殺行為だって話だし、キャスターを倒すんならマスターを探すのが先決よ。
Of course not. According to Archer, going to the temple is like suicide. I want to defeat I want to defeat Caster. If we want to defeat Caster, we'll have to search for a master first.
幸か不幸か、キャスターのマスターは毎日学校に来てる。こっちからつついて警戒されるより、今はそれを続けさせた方がいいわ。
For better or worse, Caster's master seems to be coming to school daily. Instead of doing something on our end and having them on guard, we should just let them continue. I tried to think of how she came to the conclusion. Osaka had noticed that there was another master at school. That must be because there's someone with magical energy other than Shinji. Since Caster appeared during everything, the master hiding at our school would be Caster's master. So Caster's master is coming to school for some reason. It means that instead of staying at Ryodo Temple under Caster's protection, they are coming to school defensive. In other words, after we find out who the master is, we attack them before they go back to the temple?
そういうこと。どうもね、キャスターのマスターは私とエミヤ君がマスターだって知らないと思うのよ。
Yep, it seems like Caster's master doesn't know we're masters.
だって知ってたら学校になんか来ないでしょ。
If they knew, they wouldn't come to school, right? Caster's master. It's weird saying that often in a row. Oh, yeah, that's true. And Caster's master didn't know Shinji was a master either, huh?
説明はつかないけど、その可能性は高いわ。あれだけ魔術に長けたサーバントを連れておいて、そんな間の抜けた話はないと思うんだけど。
I can't come up with an explanation, but there's a high possibility. Such a crazy thing doesn't seem possible. What with how good their servant is with magecraft. Right. Even I, who has no knowledge as a master, got this far, thanks to Saber. If you have a servant like Caster, I'm sure you wouldn't be so reckless as to go out.
それは違う。前提を間違えているんだ、リン。
That's wrong. Your entire premise is wrong, Rin.
アーチャー？
キャスターのマスターに自由意志はあるまい。
I don't think Cass's master has free will.
いや、自由意志があるつもりでいて、やはりキャスターに操られているのだろう。あの女は人の下につくものではない。マスターなど最初の一手で排除し、都合のいいように扱うだけだ。
Well, I think the master believes that he has free will, when in fact he is being controlled by Caster. That woman is not someone to willingly suffer others. She should defy the very concept of a master and be on the puppeteering, be the one puppeteering them.
キャスターのマスターは傀儡だっていうの？
Caster's master is a puppet?
キャスターに騙されているか、自分がマスターだって忘れさせられてるとか？
Like they're being tricked by Caster? Or had their memories of being a master removed?
なるほど。本人が意識していないというのは面白いな。
Perhaps. It would be something if the master isn't even aware of the situation.
本来、サーバントはマスターには手出しができない。
Originally, a servant cannot do anything to a master.
マスターを殺害すれば自分が存在できなくなる。
A servant cannot exist if they kill their master.
逆に、マスターには霊樹がある。サーバントが逆らえば、最悪、マスターはサーバントを殺すことができる。
On the other hand, masters have command spells. If a servant disobeys, the master can kill the servant.
となると、マスターは排除するより騙す方が安全だ。
In that case, it is safer to trick your master than to kill him. Those are Caponders on that. But I'm not convinced. Really? Casa's been doing a lot of evil deeds, right? It's possible for her to hide all that from her master? Wouldn't the master be more on guard the stronger the servant is?
その点は問題ない。絵に描いたようなお人よしがマスターであるなら、都合のいい言い訳などいくらでもできる。キャスターのマスターもそういう善人なのかもしれんぞ。
That's not a problem. She can make a convenient excuse if her master is an incredibly and stupidly good-natured person. Casa's master may be like that as well. Hey, don't look at me like that.
何？ここに前例があるからな。キャスターのマスターが間の抜けた人間という可能性とってゼロではない。
But I can't help if a prime example is right here. The possibility that Casa's master is a stupid person is not zero.
なるほど。確かにあなたの言い分には一理ありますね、アーチャー。
I see. You have a point, Archer. Hey, are you agreeing with him, Saber?
OK、わかったわ。
Okay, I got it.
キャスターのマスターがどんなやつであれ、とにかく明日も学校に来る可能性は高いでしょ。
No matter what kind of person Casa's master may be, there's a high possibility that they will come to school tomorrow.
私たちは引き続き学校の調査で、キャスターのマスターを発見次第襲撃でいいわね。
We'll continue investigating the school and we'll attack Casta's no master as soon as we find them. Sounds good? Well, that seems like a reasonable course of action, but how are we going to look for them?
それは今日の宿題。各自家に帰って考えること。
That will be today's homework. We both go home and think about it.
どのみちエミオ君とセイバーは疲れてるでしょ。ここで無理して倒れられても困るし、今日はここで解散しましょう。
Either way, you and Saber are tired, right? I don't want you to collapse, so we should call it a day. No, I'm not that tired. It's still early, so we can still... Hey, Tosaka.
いいから言う通りにしなさい。どのみち今日は学校に入れないし、 手がかりもゼロでしょ。ここにいても仕方がないし、何よりアーチャーの様子が変だって気づいてないの？
Just do as I say. Either way, we can't get into the school right now, and we have zero clues. There's nothing we can do here. And most of all, haven't you realized that Archer's acting strange?
昨日の行でエミヤ君と顔合わせなんてしたら、まとまるものもまとまらないじゃない。
After what happened between you two yesterday, things aren't gonna settle down at this rate. Fine, I go home, so don't get so close and whisper like that.
じゃあまた明日ね。もうないだろうけど、夜は気をつけなさいよ。またキャスターなんかに連れ出されたりしたら、それこそ承知しないから。
When I see you tomorrow, I don't think it will happen again, but be careful at night. I won't forgive you if you get taken away by Cast again. Alright, I'm going home.
それと、今日はお疲れ様。ちょっとだけだけど、あなたをマスターだって認めてあげたから。
Also, good work today. I acknowledge you as a proper master, just for today. Tosaka hops back.
行くわよ、あーちゃん。帰ったら本気でさっきの不始末を追求するからね。
Let's go home, Archer. You're going to explain yourself to me in detail once we're back home.
やはりそうきたか。どうもな。凛にしては口汚さが足りないと思っていた。
Oh, I knew it. There's no way I'd be off the hook that easily.
あんたね、ほんと一度とことん白黒つけないとダメなわけ？
Hey you, do I really have to knock some sense into that skull of yours, once and for all? Tosaka and Archer leave, complaining all the while. Let's go home, too. I'm a bit tired, so we should eat dinner early today.
いいですね。その意見には賛成です、シロ。
That sounds good. I support that idea, Shiro. Of course you do. We leave the woods, trying not to be seen. Yeah. I pull myself together and buy ingredients in the shopping district, make a big dinner, and rest my mind and body. We can discuss Caster and her master after that. After we finish eating dinner, I receive a call from Tosaka. Regarding the incident at school, it seems like there are a lot of fewer victims when we had thought. It must be because Ryder, the servant who set up the bounded field, was defeated quickly. From what I understand, the students that were in the same classroom as Ryder need to stay longer in the hospital, but most of them just have anemia. School is not going to close down, and we'll be having classes like usual tomorrow.
シロ、リンは何と言ってきたのですか？
Shiro, what did Rin say? She says that school is going on like normal. So we'll go tomorrow and look for Caster's
そう
master.
ですか。では、あの建物にいた人々に大事はなかったのですね。
I see. Then no one suffered any serious injuries? There were a few. Oh, I think Fujine is not home yet because she's busy with staff meeting or something.
それはよかった。大河のことですから、明日の朝には何事もなく食卓に座っているでしょう。
That is good. I'm sure she will be sitting at the dining table tomorrow morning as though nothing happened. Yeah, I'm relieved too. Well, she was has extraordinary strength, so I wasn't worried once I heard that everyone was safe.
ではシロ、先ほどの話の続きですが。
And Shiro, continuing our conversation from earlier, Saber leans over the table with a serious expression. So you haven't given up yet, Saber?
当然です。昨夜のような失態を繰り返さないためにも、私はシロの部屋で眠ります。それに文句はありませんね。
Of course not. I will sleep in your room so that we don't have a repeat of last night's mistake. You do not have any complaints, right? Of course I have complaints. Having Saber sleep in my room is just like telling me to die.
シロ、 元はといえば、あれほど離れた場所からの遠隔催眠にかかるあなたが悪い。
Shiro, first of all, it's your fault for falling sway to long distance hypnosis from such a great distance.
私ではキャスターの魔術からシロを守ることはできないのですから、せめて同じ部屋にいるのは当然でしょう。
I cannot protect you from Casa's magecraft, so it's only natural for me at least to stay in the same room.
魔術の感知は近ければ近いほどいい。キャスターがシロを狙うのなら、私とて離れて眠るなどできません。
The closer I am, the better I can sense magecraft. If Casa is after you, I cannot sleep away from you. That is a very sound argument, but Saber, I don't think Casa would use the same strategy since he's failed once already. That's what I think. But if I were to say to Saber right now.
甘い。先ほどのデザート、白玉あんみつチョコまんじゅう並みに甘い。そのような考えだからこそ、キャスターなどという土下道にたぶらかされた挙句、アーチャーのような少年のねじれ曲がった野郎に罵倒されるのです。
You're too optimistic. That's why you were tricked by a fiend like Caster and insulted by someone with a twisted personality like Archer. It's because you are as overly agreeable as a chocolate bun we had for dessert. It'd be something like that.
聞いているのですか、シロ。私が女性だからなどという言い訳は聞きません。今夜からシロの部屋で睡眠をとりますから、夜な夜な土蔵などに逃げ出さぬように。
Are you listening, Shiro? I will not listen to these, but you're a woman, excuses. I will be sleeping in your room starting tonight, so please do not escape the shed into the middle of the night. Saber glares at me. Ah, she's even anticipated that. I was going to run away to the shed. I have to hold out and try to get her to agree on a compromise. Alright, I have you sleep near me.
ようやく承知しましたか。ええ、マスターとしてそれが当然の選択です。
So you finally accepted, huh? Yes, that's the obvious choice as a master. But not in the same room. You know there's an empty room next to mine, right? On the other side of a sliding door.
ええ、知っていますが、それが何か。
Yes, I know. But what about it? That place should be good enough to protect me while I'm asleep, right? First of all, the enemy won't even come in if we are sleeping in the same room. If you are standing by in the next room over, then you can attack the enemy the moment they let their guard down. It feels like I'm making sense here. That's enough, right, Saber? To be honest, I don't know about two people sleeping in that small room. We physically can't fit. I think it's bad as a servant to cause Master a lack of sleep.
今夜はやけに弁が立ちますね、シロ。
You certainly found a silver tongue tonight, Shiro.
わかりました。多少言い訳じみたものを感じますが、いいでしょう。その案で手を打ちます。
Understood. It still sounds like an excuse to me, but fine. I shall agree to that plan. Good. Man, being a master is hard enough. If I sleep in the same room as Saber on top of that, my processor will overheat. With that, the chaotic day comes to an end. It's becoming a habit to train with Saber until 11 and spend an hour doing my routine in the shed. I get back to my room when the day changes and hear Saber's breathing as she sleeps. I feel myself getting flustered from the thought of trying to keep my cool as I get in the bed. I close my eyes, shaking away any thoughts, and tell myself I got to sleep as soon as possible. As though I can sleep that fast, stupid. I try my best not to think about Saber and look back at what happened today. The red school. A field of blood, but would have created lots of victims had it not stopped it. Had we not stopped it. That blows any furious thoughts away. Students collapsed in the red classroom. She was desperately bearing the sight of Ryder collapse on the floor, and the student that looked like corpses. Oh, I remember. At that moment, I was able to find out a deep part of her.
次に会ったら殺すわ。
I'll kill you the next time we meet.
だって敵同士でしょ、私たち。
I mean, we're enemies, right? Or she acts like a distinguished mage. She never crossed that final line. She's brave, strong, and she was a charming regality about her. Has a charming regality about her. But she also has incredibly good-natured. She's also incredibly good-natured. That's different. Difference must be her burden. But one area where she fumbles. The more she tries to act like a mage, the more she denies herself. Yeah, but man, I want to talk. I sigh and pull over the cover over my face. How do I put this? I'd like to do what I can to support such a perfect girl. But there must be something unscrewed in her head to think such a thing. Advent brings the day to an end. And that means I'm going to stop right here. And I will see you in the next episode. With a chapter. Interval Leave 1. Oh, a two-parter. So anyway, I see you in the next episode. Bye bye.